So this is an old video that you're going to watch. I started filming in November 2023 and it took me a year to post. So these are all archived clips. Some of my thoughts might have changed, some might stay the same, but I'd like to post them because it's part of the journey and it's important to me, and they matter to me, and it shows the journey and shows different thoughts I was going through compared to now, I guess. But yeah, enjoy the video. Peace. Yeah, I was just listening to a podcast, bit of modern wisdom, with Alex Hormozy, and they're talking about everyone wants to be extraordinary. Oh God, straight off the back, everyone wants to be extraordinary, but also want to be normal. And they're talking about, like, it's not possible. You can't be extraordinary and normal. And it made me think, like, is there actually a normal? I mean, I've never met anyone that has ever felt like they're normal. They either think they're strange or they think they're extraordinary. Like, I don't know. I've just never met anyone that's average, that's normal. I mean, statistically, they might be average. They might earn the average wage. They might spend the average amount of time at work. They might be average and spend like X amount of hours a week in work, and that's the average. Like, they might match up to statistics that are average. But I don't know anyone that feels normal. Like, what is that? Like, generally, what is that? Like, what is feeling normal? Unless I've just literally not ever met someone and I'm just not surrounded by these normal people. But I don't think it exists. I think this sort of, I don't know, stereotype, stigma, idea of normal that people try and attain, I just don't think it's possible. And I just don't think everyone realizes that you speak to most people and they say, "Oh, I've not had a normal upbringing." Like, you're either one side or you're not. You're like either like a horrible upbringing or like it was perfect, which is probably rare. But I don't know. I don't think I know anyone that's normal, because like I said, I don't think it actually exists. I just think everyone aims for it because they don't want to stand out, and they probably don't want to stand out because they've got insecurities somewhere. So they don't they either don't stand out or they over exaggerate and stand out more than anyone else because they're compensating for something, or they're hiding something, or it's just it's how they've grown up, and what makes them feel good, and sort of defense mechanisms to be over exaggerated and confident and stuff like that. But no one's normal. I don't feel normal. And in this podcast that they're talking about, like, people want to be normal. I'm like, yeah, everyone does want to be normal. They want to have a normal life. And I just do wonder if it's actually possible. And what does it actually look like? Or How about this one? What as if we all are living normal lives? And we can only say it's normal if we compare. Like someone who's in Africa and starving and has no food. Like, are we living a normal life to them? But then again, with something like that, I'm like, okay, we bring someone like that over here and we feed them and we give them the life that they want. Doesn't that new life now just become sort of standard for them? After a certain amount of time? So can we even feel normal? Like, is it even possible to feel normal, even if we attained it? Because you would just get used to it. This is a thing I think about all the time. It's like, can you actually ever attain something and hold on to it and hold on to that feeling? Like, for me, it just sort of fades and I'm on to the next and chasing, the next thing. God. Another one. But I thought about that concept so many times that I don't necessarily think it's a bad thing to chase the next thing and the next thing. I think as long as you can sort of appreciate what you have, I don't think there's anything wrong with having a drive towards something more, as long as it's positive. But for me, I get used to things. I get used to how things are, and it becomes normal for me. But I never feel normal. So that's also the other thing, is like, does everyone just have a normal life? Like, do we all just have a normal life, but we just can't feel it? We just can't tell. We just don't appreciate how normal our lives actually are. I do wonder about that. But yeah, I don't think I would ever want to be normal, thinking about it. I mean, normal's 9 to 5, no? I mean, you have got to define normal. Like, what are normal things in life? Like, a 9 to 5 is pretty normal, but like, is that just because it's made normal? Is that just because society set those sort of standards? Is normal having no money at the end of the month? Or is normal saving, you save a little bit, you have money to spend? Like, when they talk about this, be extraordinary, it's like, define normal. What are you comparing extraordinary to? Are you comparing extraordinary to someone who's completely opposite? Like, you work really hard, you've got an extraordinary work ethic. Compared to who? Like, the guy that's lazy? Or to the guy that works hard? Or to the guy next to you who's also working extremely hard as you? Like, are you two both just extraordinary? Or is it just the other guy's just lazy? Like, what is this description like? Define it. Define what is normal. And I guess in that instance, we would presume normal is the person who's not completely lazy and who's not completely an extraordinary worker, like got an extraordinary work ethic. I guess that's the norm. But do people want that? Like, okay, you've gone from lazy to a normal work ethic. do you then just stop realizing that you've got a normal work ethic and just beat yourself up and want to work harder? But yeah, like I said, I am yet to meet anyone who's normal, who thinks, and by that I mean who thinks of themselves as normal. Yeah, interesting. Anyway, peace.